All right, over here in the bottom left starting location, we have a GSL champion.
Grandmaster, Wongjin Star Soki.
And his opponent over here in the upper left starting location, the underdog, he is
Master, SK Telecom T1 Su.
You know, I derped earlier. I still swap Sue and SOS.
I do it all the time.
To this day. Like,
that's why I had to laugh because
it's like because this happened to us like so many times now.
So
like,
many times. Their names are so similar.
It's funny because we just started talking about Sue, and that made me think about SOS, and then I don't think this is ever going to go away with these two guys either.
I don't think so either. Tasteless.
Well, it's funny because it's even worse when you read them.
Yeah. When they play each other.
And the fact that even
hard.
Sue's O at the end is capitalized, and SOS, the S at the end of SOS is capitalized.
It's a little bit wild.
It breaks the format of my brain. All right, so right away here, we have a quick pool from Sue.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be 10-pool Baneling. We'll see if Sulky deals with this very well, because I think that he's going to be going for a hatchery first. So we'll see if the Leenock is with him here.
Yeah.
Because, of course, you know, normally against this, what you're going to want to do is cancel your hatch, grab at least one spine, maybe two, get Zerglings, spread your drones, and make a queen. But, of course, Leenock just, like, made a queen and some Zerglings and kept his hatch and then just held everything easily, losing nothing.
Yeah.
Which made no sense to me, but anyways, that happens from time to time.
Well, we do have Lings on the way, and the Baneling's Nest is coming down here. Now, this has to do damage for Sue, if he wants to come out ahead, because if he doesn't do any damage here, he's just so economically behind. It's so stifling.
He's all in. You know, this is exactly what an all-in is. So we'll see what he actually focuses on here with the rush.
Now, even though this is an all-in, there are certain occasions where one guy all-ins, and then the game can normalize because enough damage was done that the worker count balances out to the two players, and then it's one of these games where you have to use your instinct for how to play from there. But more than likely, this game should be very short, probably under 10 minutes with the strategy that he's going for. 3 Banelings on the way, 3 more Lings coming in here towards the main.
All right, good choice so far by Sue. We have no spine crawlers on the way, so that makes me a little bit nervous for him. In fact, Sulky bringing... Oh, God, this is not...
Oh, my God!
Well... that's kind of like how Leenock has done it so far. He did waste 2 Banelings on just 2 drones, so that's not the most efficient way to do it. Kind of hugging that Baneling for a second there, and it looks like so far Sulky's dealing with it okay.
Yeah, not bad so far.
It's still he's got a long way to go. Ooh.
All right, that was pretty bad there by Sulky. Those 3 all being lost to that. Now the drones are going to be zoned out of access to the main here, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that's pretty rough, but he does have another queen coming up. Notice he puts it right in between the minerals and the gas. Really good play. I really feel like he's trying to emulate what Leenock did there. A nice detonation.
Nice det there on the queen. That was really well done.
And it looks like Sulky is really starting to hold this. And you know what? This is pretty impressive. As far as the drone count's 9 to 12 with Sulky in the lead. So all he needs to do is hold for a little bit longer.
Yeah, and now we have the Banelings pushing forward here. You know, he's got to be careful. You can't really lose more than 2 Lings to a Baneling. I mean, ideally, you don't just have one to assassinate the Baneling there. But yeah, he's got to be careful. Sulky does. But the sand is running out of the hourglass here for Sue. He's, I would say, not done enough damage yet.
Yeah, and you know what, Tasteless? Between this game and especially the Leenock game, but then this game reinforcing, I feel like 10-pool Baneling is probably on its way out.
I think it's becoming obsolete. I totally agree with you.
The micro of these players is actually getting so good that slow Zergling Baneling doesn't do it somehow.
Oh!
Well, see, that was a big misstep.
That was a big boo-boo.
Yeah.
That's a technical term for that.
That was a big boo-boo. And now Sue might end up being able to kill him. Let's take a look. It's no, you know what? It's still 16 drones to 11. And they both have a bunch of Lings on the way. A spine crawler being made. He has 2 queens down there. A good creep spread.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think Sulky has basically held this. And Sue is going to have to all in from here.
Yeah, I mean, Sue was already all in, but this is kind of like the all-in plan B. Like, well, we have to go to an even more extreme degree now. So Sue is hurting a lot. And, you know, to be honest, this is not a shocking result for these two builds with these two players.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's would have been shocking like 2 weeks ago before Leenock did it.
yeah.
As of right now, I'm like, all right.
Well, when he did it, I was like, did we not know something? Are we about to be
Leenock's hold was actually much better than Sulky's, I would say. He lost less.
It was like twice as good, actually.
Yeah.
Well, this that was a odd, complete and total lack of micro.
But you know what? If he gets all 3 spines finishing up here, and another queen on the way, that's going to bring him up to 4 queens.
Yeah, that's a lot of meat.
I don't see these Zerglings really busting through here that well. Look, they have a lot of transfusions and everything.
Look at the placement, by the way, of the spines is so good.
Yeah, great Sim City there with the queens in the alleyways and whatnot.
Yeah, Artosis. There's
city,
actually no alleyway.
That's an alleyway.
I guess you could count that.
Yeah.
Right. So here come the Banelings now, and the Spine Crawler is not destroyed yet.
Wow, nice transfusions going down, Tastes. Oh my God, saves the queen again.
So well done. And, I mean, look, that is simply put not enough damage.
No, it is not. And oh my God, that queen lives. That queen with so much energy. So this is... Sue doesn't really have any ways to win this from here.
Yeah, Sue is exhausted basically all the possible options here.
It's 11 drones to 23 to
This
put
is what happens, guys. When you're really aggressive early on in a StarCraft game, it has to do damage, or you don't have the opportunity to be aggressive later on in the StarCraft game.
Yeah. Well, he's going to kill a few drones here, which is nice, but even if he kills every drone here, there's still a drone lead. A huge drone lead.
Can I just point out how surprised earlier on the lack of... that was pretty good. Wow. Got the transfusion there on the drone.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so these Lings are coming in here now. They're trying to get drones. There's been a surprising lack of evacuations here for the drones from the mining minerals.
Yeah,
to be totally honest, he doesn't even need... He could leave one drone mining the minerals and then send the rest back into the main base.
Yeah, if he just sent them into the main, this game should have kind of already been over.
Exactly.
But the thing is, even... if the Lings keep running in, like the amount that Sulky's ahead isn't changing much.
Right.
It's not like Sue's catching up because, well, yeah, the drone count is a little bit closer, but still it's 18 to 25 against someone who has multiple queens and 2 hatches already. This is still a nigh unwinnable situation for Sue.
And the reason why it's a not winnable situation is not because Sue can't... Well, it's not just because Sue cannot attack into Sulky's base anymore. It's also because Sulky will eventually be able to counterattack here with a number that Sue cannot stop.
Yeah. And in fact, Sulky going up to the lair, this could be Mutalisks, this could be Roaches.
Yeah.
Roach is definitely the better choice. In fact, he does choose the Roach Warren. And of course, you know, he will just get Roach speed, probably start +1 attack, and just attack move with a bunch of Roaches. And there's no way that Sue is going to have what is needed to hold that off.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So this game will go on for a little bit longer, but it really, if Sulky does not make any tremendous mistake, then Sulky should win.
Yeah.
It wouldn't matter who's playing right now in Sue's position. Sulky is just in such good shape.
Yeah, Sulky could be playing in Sue's position, and, you know, Joe Schmo could be playing as long as he's like Grandmaster League from
Joe
Sulky.
Schmo, the famous Grandmaster player, Joe Schmo.
No, it's someone of not the highest skill level.
Right.
And still, the economy difference is so huge. You know,
right.
To stop like a huge Roach attack with speed and +1 here, you either need the Roaches to super clump up and get hit by Banelings without any micro, or a ton of Spine Crawlers. And the thing is, he doesn't have the minerals for Spine Crawlers. He has to make drones right now.
That's very true.
It's an unbelievably tough spot.
It really, really is. So what we're seeing now is the Roaches coming out here, and he will pull a few more of the Roaches. As you can see, there's 7 more on the way right now. Meanwhile, Sue going to go ahead and go for the Spire. Now, here's the problem right now for Sue is these Roaches should probably end up attacking before the Spire's finished. If they get there before the Spire's finished, there will be nothing to stop the attack from coming.
Yeah. And, you know, a lot of the times the Spire's already finished and there's already mutas and still the Roaches do a lot of damage. Now imagine this. They're getting there way before it's finished. Now we do have some spines going down, but will he have enough in time?
That is the big question. And I think the answer we both know is no.
You
know at home as well, viewer. I mean, this is pretty unstoppable right now. So the Roaches are northbound right now. about to hit this base here for Sue that is just not going to be able to absorb the damage.
Going to be very difficult to say the least. The Spine Crawler is just barely not really finishing in time, and this is going to allow the Roaches to pick off all of these Zerglings. Now, there are a lot more Zerglings on the way, but Roaches continue to funnel in.
Oh my god, that was actually really good targeting there on both the Spines. And yeah, we should be seeing GG any second. There it is, GG. And now we will be going into game number 2 here between Sulky and Sue.